Welcome to Ammosmith.com. What we got here again is the Barrett M99 50 caliber. We got some pretty color tip rounds here for you. What I want to do is take this gun apart. I want to show you how simple this thing is and the genius behind the design of the bolt lockup on it. It's pretty simple to take apart. You got 3 pins, the front pin, and these 2 rear pins. Pull the pins out, tilt the rifle up. The fire control group drops out. The bolt race, which is basically this thing, and the buttstock comes off. And the bolt comes off. That's it. That's simple. What I really want to do is get you a nice close-up of the interrupted thread lockup on this thing. Then we change the camera angle, and we'll get a nice close-up of this. All right, here's the bolt. We got an armor-piercing incendiary tracer next to it for comparison. It's about the same length as the bolt. What's important about this bolt are these locking lugs. It's called an interrupted thread. This is basically the same kind of interrupted thread system that they use on artillery pieces and naval guns, like the 16-inch guns on the Missouri and the New Jersey. This gives us some extreme strength. Also, because it's an interrupted thread and each one is polished, this bolt is butter smooth. The reassembly of the rifle is pretty simple, but it's tricky at times, and the trickiest part is getting the bolt in. Once you get the bolt in, go ahead and put the buttstock assembly in. Be careful down here because you can really pinch your hand big time. Now for the fire control group. Insert the pins. Pull on the buttstock. Make sure it's seated and it's locked in with the pins. Now all left is a function check. Nice thing about this rifle is this trigger. The trigger on this thing has got to be about 2.5 pounds. It's really nice and it's smooth. The scope on here is a loophole 8.5 by 25 tactical with side focus and with a shade tube. This thing will reach way out there. Now we've already went through the types of ammunition in the last video we made last year, and we're going to do some shooting with this today. We'll probably video some of this as well.
Yeah, and my ears rang for like 200 weeks. Yeah, I had a very faint ring.
And if I plug my ears, I can totally hear ringing in my ears like all the time.
Really? Setting up to shoot the 50. All I'm shooting is a 630 grain
but I can hear this
ball.
fine.
Something like this is always nice to kind of dry fire it a couple times. And make sure you get your scope focused for the range you're shooting at. Make sure you don't have any parallax.
just right.
Honestly, it doesn't make a difference if you have plug sinuses or not. This will clear it for you quick. This is power, and it feels great. Ah, shit. Shooting out the Stucky shooting bench, their sturdy bench, makes all the difference in the world shooting this thing. It takes a lot of the pain out of it from shooting into prone, but it gives you a nice solid platform to shoot off of. This thing has not moved an inch. In fact, the only thing this thing's done since we've been out here is settled into the dirt. It's a great base for shooting off of anything 50 caliber or smaller, no problem. This thing is tough. With factory ammunition, sometimes they don't exactly load them the way they should. And we've run into this out here today. Some armor piercing we got. Here is what a normal case should look like when you fire it. Here is one that was so hot, not only did the firing pin puncture the primer, and it completely flattened it out, and it actually has this one doesn't have a sharp edge, but it's pretty much one piece of brass. And if we look at it right here, we can see that the case head is starting to separate. Here's another one, same problem, but the case, on the head of the case, the primer has backed out. And we took an instrument and went inside the case, and we could tell that there's a big groove inside the case. These cannot be reloaded. If you try to reload a case like this, whether it's a 50 caliber or any other centerfire cartridge, what'll happen is the die will grab the case, and this will most likely separate here, and only from here down will come out of your die. That's a bad thing, because that means this is stuck and is under pressure. It's almost impossible to get out. So even the factories aren't perfect. We'll take some close-ups of these when we get back and take some measurements. We're going to shoot at a bowling pin. We're going to shoot at it with a spotter tracer. It's I think it's a, what is it, 810 grain?
I think it's 830.
830 grain bullet.
I think.
It's not moving super fast, kicks a lot, but I'm kind of interested to see what it does to that bowling pin.
Yep. Bowling pin.
Fire in the hole. Knocked it over.
It's off.
Yeah, go ahead and turn it off. We're shooting another spotter tracer. We're gonna hit a rock outcropping so you can see what it looks like when it impacts.
Oh.